They're getting destroyed by a monkey. Monkey too strong. Monkey got prep time.
Yeah. We like Wukong because we want to return the monkey, agreed.
I'm a bird, mother. I'm a bird.
Big trouble. Ubisoft director LinkedIn Meltdown exposes massive Bloomberg rumor. Another one.
Another one.
I swear to God, there's so many every week. There's a new gaming industry meltdown.
Yeah.
Point, we all know that Ubisoft is a complete dumpster fire. No matter how many videos I make on it, I feel like it doesn't really get across the point of just how dire the situation is there. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. And today we have a meltdown from a monetization director at Ubisoft going on a complete unhinged rant against customers, other people in the game industry. It's just all falling, collapsing all at once, and it's beautiful to see it. Not to say that I'm cheering on the demise of Ubisoft. I don't want it to come across like that. It's more like one of those, this is the thing that gamers have been telling you, screaming from the mountaintops for I don't know how many months, if not years at this point.
It's been years.
Especially with Ubisoft.
Years.
Stop going down this direction. Start making games that gamers actually want to play and listen to the people giving you money. Hit that subscribe, give me a like.
So it's not even like the narration Ubisoft is picking up for the games. It's also the game performance itself that is massively going under for years in Ubisoft.
Like and check out smashjt.com for the full exhaustive article breaking down not just this employee's unhinged rant on LinkedIn, but also more information on the details of Ubisoft potentially laying off upwards of 40% of their workforce, nearly 8,000 employees, and potentially going private in what looks to be one of the most complicated dumpster fires of a mess in the game industry that we've seen in years. Well, actually, I guess it hasn't been that long since the last one. Embracer Group, I guess, was probably on the same level, if not a lot bigger. And that was like a year ago, and it's still falling apart as we speak right now. So, yeah, I guess you could say the game industry is probably not in the best place. Let's be honest, we all...
That's really mildly spoken. That probably not in the best place. The gaming industry is on fire with the people who are the CEOs throwing gasoline on top of the fire.
I'll see this happening in real time here. Ubisoft is spiraling out of control amid a slew of internal problems and external backlash. The once dominant worldwide game development company of Ubisoft now finds itself on the total brink of collapse, and they have no one to blame but themselves. They kept saying, we know what's best for you, the gamer, our customers, and we're...
Yeah, they have only themselves to blame, but yet they blame their customers for not buying every shitty game they throw on you. That is so sad.
They thought they had Bethesda fans, but they did not have Bethesda fans.
Bethesda doesn't have Bethesda fans.
We're going to feed it to you, and if you say you don't like it, that's your fault. We're going to keep shoving it down your throat, and we don't care if you don't like the taste of it. The monetization director, Stevie Chazard, lashed out at gamers and even his fellow developers, reminding everyone why Ubisoft's clueless approach right now is putting the company on a collision course with bankruptcy. These are the kinds of signs you start to see when the wheels start getting really loose on a truck that is falling apart. This is Stevie Chazard on LinkedIn. Now keep in mind, this is the monetization director at Ubisoft. And you say that quickly, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but back it up a little bit. Monetization director. Okay, director is a very high-level position at a game company. Something that is not to be taken lightly. Something that requires extreme professionalism. So keep that in mind when you read through this official LinkedIn post from him. I rarely post on social media. Probably should make that never post. But today, I am sad. Ashamed and sad. The gaming industry is rough at the moment. We all know it. But seeing how, quote-unquote, gamers react on social media...
Oh my God. You cannot be this stupid. After seeing everything that's happening, you still say, but seeing how gamers react to social media? Okay, look. Yes, there's a lot of people who are unhappy because of petty reasons, right? But the majority is still saying that they're just doing insanely stupid stuff. From the game development itself to game design itself, it's not resonating with your clients, customers. And you're still blaming, quote unquote, gamers. Okay, sell to your modern audience. Alright, they exist only on Twitter. They don't actually play games. They only attack, harass, and stalk people who actually do play games, but they themselves don't.
Media's wishing ill fate to companies and people alike is sad. And not only towards Ubisoft. Now, before I even go further with this one here, I gotta stop here because I take extreme issue when someone does the whole quote-unquote gamers and the gamers are trying to tear us apart and they're the problem and it's because of the
So
gamers
sad.
not buying our product that we're failing and they all want us to fail. They're cheering it on and I'm like, no, we're not. If anything, the gamers have been begging your company to make the games we want to play. And because you're not making them, we are going to other game companies and purchasing them. For example, let's take a look at how Game Science is doing with Black Myth Wukong.
Exactly. So we decide not to buy their shitty ass coded games. And we go to games made in China, like Black Myth Wukong. And what happens? They still blame the gamer for not buying games or buying games from China. So they start attacking that said game from China, which gamers love because of its mechanics, because of its aesthetic, because of its graphics.
And the Sun Wukong.
It's a Monkey King. Come on.
Yeah.
It's so much insanity happening.
Among a slew of others. Warhammer 40,000, Space Marine 2, Zelda,
Beautiful
Echoes
game.
of Wisdom.
Okay, Warhammer, the Space Marines 2 game, beautiful. As for the Zelda game, I already said, I think it looks like nothing. It looks like Animal Crossing, but even less mechanics.
It looks like a very weird remake of an old Zelda games on like the Game Boy Advance and stuff.
The list goes on with just recent releases of game companies that know their audience and make games specifically tailored to what we want to play. Because at the end of the day, I'd like to think it's really not that complicated. Even though it is always the vocal minority that express themselves on social media, I was hurt and ashamed to be part of this community. Get the F out of here if you're hurt and ashamed.
Hold on. Let me roll that one back. I was accusing Smash so many times of being way too soft. I'm gonna do more than enjoy it. I'm gonna put the playback speed on slower and just sit back.
Get the F out of here if you're hurt and
Oh yeah, that felt satisfying.
ashamed to be in the game community because you do not belong here. If you are getting your feelings hurt because your games suck, it means you need to go back to the drawing board and either make better games or find a new place to work because the game industry may not be for you. What is even more revolting is coming on LinkedIn and seeing the same comments from people within the industry. On top of exposing yourself as clearly non-decent human being, you are affecting thousands of employees that are already impacted by all the hate despite doing their best.
It's your fault. It's absolutely your fucking fault they're losing their job. It's not the customer's fault. It's your fucking direction and management that's causing these people to lose their livelihood and lose their job. It's giving the same energy as the guy on LinkedIn who posted a video. No. He didn't just post a video. He went live on LinkedIn to announce to people that they're fired.
to deliver incredible experiences. Oh, it's the hate that is just eating away at us, and we just can't do our jobs because the hate. And it's not just the gamers doing it, it's now coming from within the industry as well. And it's like, bro, welcome to reality. Guess who gets hate all the time? Me! And anyone else on social media. And guess what? We still love doing it because this is weird little secret I'm going to let you in on. We have a passion for this. We want the games to be as good as possible.
Yep.
And we don't let the people that hate us stop us from driving forward and getting there. How can you wish a company to fail simply because they do not cater to you?
Wow. Imagine going to a car shop, wanting to buy a car, and they give you a bicycle instead. That's the same energy.
I can't even take that seriously. How do you wish a company to fail if they don't cater to you? Bro, like, make the games for people and people would be happy. We're not wishing for your company to fail straight out. Like, we want you to do the right thing. There's a very big difference. How can you wish a company to fail simply because they do not cater to you or that the product does not please you is beyond me. If we are not the target audience for you, and that is the vast majority of gamers, which is why your company's failing, then I wouldn't say it's the vocal minority. I feel like you're really contradicting yourself within the same statement here. We are all on the same boat. Please, 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 stop spreading hate. We should all uplift each other instead of bringing each other down.
What is this Tumblr bullshit on my screen? We're all in the same boat. Please, stop spreading hate. We should all uplift each other instead of bringing each other down.
Let's all hold hands, walk around the world and sing Kumbaya, and just not even worry about the games. Who cares if they're good? Who cares if they're bad? Let's just give them our money and just say, hey, it's fine because...
Just give us money, please. It just reminds me again, the Days Gone devs coming back asking for money. We know we scammed you, but give us money, please.
We swear it's not a scam this time.
Oh my god.
Throws in free assets. It's not a scam, I swear.
Game. What are you even supposed to say to that? What kind of logic is this? Buy our games instead of hating us? No, that's not how business works. That's not how capitalism works. Is that why all these activists have invaded the industry and try to inject communism into it because they can't do anything good? They don't have any talent. They can't make a good...
I hate to say it, but a little bit it does seem like they believe in their whole propaganda, their bullshit propaganda so much that they do believe that it's not your money, it's our money.
It's our
so
money.
just like,
Yeah.
hey, just buy our games and love us because we're people? Spare me, Stevie. Business is brutal, and the game industry has proven time and time again that it is beyond bloated with useless jobs and definitely highly suspect unqualified employees. The irony of his pleas here for unity was definitely not lost on the community, especially as it came from a company so dedicated to the woke ideologies, pushing agendas that seem increasingly disconnected from their own player base. Despite Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot's insistence that the company is an entertainment-first company and they're not supposedly pushing any specific agendas, which I covered in a previous video, how he literally came out and said that in a statement as they were delaying Assassin's Creed Shadows. He says, we're not pushing an agenda, but oh, by the way, only women can apply to this specific program and we want to uplift them, and oh, by the way...
No agenda. Absolutely none. But also, if you're a guy, go fuck yourself.
Damn, that's wild.
Sounds about right.
It's fucking wild, man.
The way, pride stuff here, uplift all that. But no. We're definitely not going to be pushing any agendas here. I mean, this is the same company that employs Rashi Sika, Ubisoft's vice president of global diversity and inclusion, emphasizing the company's commitment to embedding DEI across the games and their workforce. And they even have an entire section dedicated on their website talking about this. So it just kind of flies in the face of Guillemot saying, oh, we don't have an agenda here, when they absolutely do. They're lying to you. So after all this went down, there was a bombshell rumor that got dropped on Bloomberg talking about how Ubisoft may be taking itself private or being bought out by a company like Tencent, for example. Again, this is a rumor right now, but it comes from Bloomberg. And if they were to go through with this, potentially upwards of 40% of their workforce, up to 8,000 employees, could be out of a job. And
in reality, all they need to remove are the higher-ups. That's it.
I think that kind of stuff that's happening internally right now at Ubisoft is kind of exposing some of these people, like we saw with Stevie here, how he's not taking too well to this internal turmoil that's going on at Ubisoft right now. Bloomberg had said that rumors are surfacing that Tencent Holdings and the Guillemot family are considering options to take Ubisoft private. The report suggests that this potential buyout is a response to Ubisoft's declining market value, losing more than half of it in just 1 year, and the growing pressure from the...
Again, I'll believe it when it happens, but even if Tencent does start owning Ubisoft, it's gonna be a win. They're gonna slap some big titties there.
Investment firm AJ Holdings, which has been urging the company to accept the buyout, and this story dropping made the stock spike hard, upwards of nearly 35%, spiking up in an hour. This went from $10 to over $14 in the span of an hour and 20 minutes or so in Europe. That is insane. According to Insider Gaming's Tom Henderson, the company could be forced to cut staff by as much as 40%. As he said on Twitter, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see a significant reduction of about 30 to 40%. That is a very large portion of bloat being cut out of a company that literally has no reason to be there. The games that Ubisoft has been putting out...
40%, equaling to 8,000 people. That is a huge bloat.
Mm-hmm.
Are worthless garbage. They are not what gamers have been asking for. They're trash. There are so many good games out there to be playing that these games coming out of Ubisoft do not need upwards of 20,000 people at the workforce behind them.
First of all,
so maybe they need to take...
If you need 20,000 people to make a game like Assassin's Creed Shadows,
you already failed at life.
You failed. You should be making a game like Final Fantasy 14 online or some shit.
In a month.
In a month.
Take a big step back, reevaluate what the hell they're doing, find out at their company who actually cares about games and not worrying about all these political agendas behind the scenes, and actually propping up the talented developers to make quality experiences. But I don't know. Maybe that makes way too much sense. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Guillemot, if you want to hear me out, I could talk to you and tell you, hey, let's go through these employees and see who actually cares about what they're doing. Probably wouldn't even take that long. Damn. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. There's a lot more information to this. If you guys want to dive into it, I will link this article in the description below. If you appreciate what I'm doing, hit that join button. Thank you so much for watching. And as always,
I always enjoy watching his videos.
Yeah, did you like it? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I really liked it.
We should really read his articles.
I really do.
Okay.